In WWE, it's not always the strongest or fastest who come out on top. Sometimes it's the smartest. Today we're taking a look at those unforgettable moments when wrestlers went beyond raw power and used pure genius to win their matches. Alright, let's kick off with one of the funniest and most genius moments. The New Age Outlaws defending their tag team titles in a triple threat match. When they realized they were both the legal men, they didn't waste any time fighting off their opponents. Instead, they pinned each other. That's right, they capitalized on a technicality to score the win without even breaking a sweat. This moment showed that sometimes all you need to win is a loophole and a bit of teamwork. Now let's dive into Kurt Angle's unforgettable switcheroo during his match with The Undertaker. In a high-stakes battle, Kurt took a surprising approach. He crawled under the ring and swapped places with his brother, Eric, mid-match. The dead man had no clue, thinking he was still battling Kurt, only for the real Kurt to sneak back in, roll him up, and pull off a shocking pin. It was a twist no one saw coming, and it proved that with a little family assistance, anything's possible. And let's not forget Jeff Hardy's creativity in his ladder match against Edge at Extreme Rules 2009. When both men were fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship, Jeff decided to lock Edge's legs into the ladder instead of taking him down the usual way. With Edge trapped, Jeff simply climbed up and grabbed the title, claiming victory without breaking a sweat. And speaking of strategy, John Cena showed us that sometimes the simplest tricks are the smartest. In his last man standing match against Batista, Cena didn't rely on brute strength alone. He found a roll of duct tape and secured Batista's legs to the ring post, making it impossible for Batista to stand up before the 10 count. Cena took the win with one of the simplest yet most effective tactics WWE has ever seen. That's working smarter, not harder. Fast forward to Money in the Bank 2023, where Io Sky delivered a masterclass in creativity during the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. In the chaotic environment of ladders and mayhem, Sky handcuffed the wrists of Lynch and Bayley together, trapping them between the ladder steps. With her opponents immobilized, she climbed the ladder and retrieved the Money in the Bank briefcase, securing her victory. Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens had everyone fooled with one of Owens' sneakiest moves. Partway through the match, KO suddenly collapsed, clutching himself and claiming he'd been hit low. The ref bought the act and called a disqualification against Ambrose, handing Owens a victory without lifting a finger. Owens played everyone like a pro, proving that sometimes the best moves require zero actual effort. Eddie Guerrero was the master of outsmarting opponents, and one match showed just how clever he could be. Teaming up with Chris Jericho, Eddie faced Dean Malenko and Booker T. Instead of going for the obvious, Eddie hopped onto the top rope only to jump down right as Malenko looked away. With perfect timing, he hit the frog splash while the ref was distracted, sealing the win. Jericho was actually tapping out, but the ref didn't see it. Classic Eddie. That's why he's forever known as the king of lie, cheat, and steal. Then there's Cody Rhodes and his pure brilliance in tag matches. Back when he was tag team champion with Hardcore Holly, he faced Ted DiBiase, who claimed his partner hadn't shown up, but the match started anyway, and Cody shockingly turned on Holly, tagging Ted in for the win. The twist? Cody was Ted's actual partner all along, a genius move that let him keep the title with zero effort. Speaking of Cody, we have Cody Rhodes taking on Big Show in a tables match, where his size disadvantage didn't stop him from using his brain. While Big Show was standing on the edge of the ring, Cody seized the moment, delivering a swift kick to Big Show's leg. This caused Show's massive foot to go through a table. According to the rules, Cody technically put Show through the table, claiming the victory with one of the cleverest moves ever seen in the ring. At Roadblock End of the Line 2016, during the New Day versus The Bar for the Raw Tag Team Championship, we saw a brilliant display of teamwork and deception. As the match reached its climax, Sheamus reached for the tag, but Cesaro pretended to tag in without actually making contact. Kofi Kingston, believing Cesaro was the legal man, hit Trouble in Paradise on him, but before Kofi could even celebrate, Sheamus rolled him up for the pin, stealing the victory and the titles. Then there's Angle and Eric's twin switch, but this time against Brock Lesnar on SmackDown. In another classic Angle moment, Kurt and his brother Eric once again traded places while Brock was distracted by Kurt's henchmen. The real Kurt snuck in and rolled up Brock for the win, showing that sometimes brains do beat brawn, especially when you've got an elder brother willing to lend a hand. When it comes to sneaky tricks in the ring, few weapons are as iconic as brass knuckles. And while William Regal might be the first to come to mind, he wasn't the one who introduced them to WWE. That credit goes to the one and only Macho Man Randy Savage. Back in 1986, when he was up against Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana, Savage found himself struggling to keep Tito down. So what did he do? Savage slipped on a pair of brass knuckles, and after a couple of swings, caught Tito right as he leapt at him, clinching his first title with a knockout shot only the Macho Man could deliver. Fast forward, and William Regal adopted those knuckles as his go-to secret weapon, but his plan backfired spectacularly during a match against Spike Dudley. Regal had a backup pair hidden in the turnbuckle, but Spike caught him slipping and snagged them first. With the ref's back turned, Spike landed one swift hit and claimed the European Championship in just seconds. Now that's how you turn the tables. Sami Zayn also showed his knack for ingenuity at Clash of Champions in a ladder match for the Intercontinental title. With both Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles temporarily incapacitated, Sami whipped out handcuffs and got to work. He cuffed Hardy's earlobe to a ladder and AJ's hand to another, leaving both opponents practically immobilized while Sami climbed up to grab the title belts. It was a stroke of genius and easily one of the most creative wins in ladder match history. Or take Bayley defending her SmackDown Women's title against Naomi in Saudi Arabia. With both competitors dressed in t-shirts per local customs, Bayley cleverly used Naomi's shirt against her. She trapped Naomi's leg in the shirt, giving her enough time to land the rose plant and score the victory. Bayley's move proved that a champion's job is to take advantage of every possible scenario to get the win. JBL's victory against Big Show in a barbed wire steel cage match was something no one expected. After a brutal chokeslam through the ring, JBL managed to pull off one last trick. As Big Show broke the cage door, thinking he'd won, JBL snuck out from under the ring. Since his feet hit the ground first, he was awarded the win. It was a classic last-second escape, making JBL the ultimate escape artist of the night. R-Truth also knew how to turn psychology into victory, especially against someone as intense as Daniel Bryan. During their match, R-Truth took advantage of Bryan's obsession with the no chants by stirring up the crowd into a chant battle. Bryan got so caught up shouting "no" back at the audience that he forgot about the match entirely, eventually getting himself counted out, while R-Truth celebrated the easy win. It was as funny as it was smart. Brock Lesnar had a different kind of challenge when he faced Big Show in a stretcher match. Now, lifting Big Show is no easy feat, even for the Beast. But Lesnar came prepared. Instead of struggling to drag Big Show to the finish, he went backstage and came back with a forklift. With Big Show lying on the stretcher, Brock simply backed up the forklift across the line and kept his title. A little muscle and a lot of smarts. Another incident when a forklift was used was when The Rock and Mankind faced off in their infamous empty arena match. The rules were simple. Anything goes. As the two brawled all over the building, it looked like neither would back down, but Mankind saw his chance when they ended up near the loading dock. Grabbing control of a nearby forklift, Mankind lowered a pallet onto The Rock, pinning him to the floor with no way to escape. With Rocky literally trapped, Mankind easily got the 3 count. Only in WWE would someone think to use industrial machinery to win a match, but Mankind's quick thinking and clever strategy sealed the deal in one of the most unforgettable moments in WWE history. One of the most genius traps came in 2009 with Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. As Rey was about to hit the 619, Jericho grabbed Rey's mask mid-move, completely catching him off guard. With Rey distracted, Jericho secured the pin and walked out as Intercontinental Champion, but Rey came prepared for the rematch at the Bash, wearing 2 masks. When Jericho went for the mask again, Rey was ready, hitting him with the 619 and reclaiming his title. Now that's playing the long game. Only in WWE would you see a match involving a mannequin head and a bottle of shampoo. During a 1998 tag team match, Al Snow tagged in his mannequin head as his partner, creating a bizarre moment that had fans scratching their heads. The guest referee Jerry Lawler thought fast and came up with a ridiculous yet genius plan. He ran out of the ring, grabbed a bottle of Head & Shoulders shampoo, and attached it to the mannequin, making Head eligible to be pinned under the bizarre logic of the match. It's one of those rare moments where ridiculous strategy and WWE humor come together to create an unforgettable match ending. And then there's the legendary Rock vs. Mankind I Quit match. The Rock pulled off a masterclass in deception when he played a recording of Mankind saying "I quit" over the speakers, tricking everyone and winning the match. The Great One's mind games were on full display here, showing that sometimes the sneakiest wins are the most memorable. Alright, let's dive into Edge versus Christian in a steel cage match. This one was personal and both guys were going all out. Christian was just about to escape when Edge pulled a genius move. Instead of dragging him back, Edge quickly tied Christian's legs together with his wrist tape. With Christian totally stuck, Edge climbed over the cage for the win. It was classic Edge, using his smarts to turn the tables. A simple but brilliant play that showed exactly why he's the ultimate opportunist. Asuka versus Bianca Belair in Saudi Arabia was a showcase of pure ring smarts. When Asuka tried to blind Bianca with her signature mist, Bianca was ready, ducking just in time, but Asuka had a backup plan. She coated her fingers with the mist, and as Bianca went for her finisher, Asuka wiped it right into her eyes. With Bianca stunned and disoriented, Asuka took full advantage, landing the final blow and grabbing the win. And there you have it, some of the most brilliant moves WWE has ever seen. These wrestlers proved that when it comes to winning, sometimes it's all about outsmarting your opponent. From crafty strategies to legendary moments, these superstars turned the ring into their playground. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more wrestling content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.